Hello and welcome to a special edition of Catatomic Plus, an additional look at the products and stories and projects here at Catatomic Studios. This one is special because it is my pet project, the Omega Chapters. Issue number 3 has finally been put under wraps. A lot of you have read issue 1 digitally as my top seller. Issue 2 has been completely sold out for some time, and I now have a second printing of that. And now issues 1, 2, and 3 will be available at all my convention appearances, are currently available on the Catatomic Studios website and at choice local shops, or direct message me for information on picking them up, particularly in the upstate New York areas. I am very excited to have this done. The Omega Chapters are deeply rooted in my love of comic books and of the Twilight Zone type stories with morals and twists. Every issue contains 2 short stories that are completely separate from each other, only tied together by Easter eggs. It's a very fun book for me to do. It's a very fulfilling book for me to do. I'm very excited to have the 3rd issue done and out there and available to be picked up, and I hope you pick up and read and enjoy all 3. But it's called Catatomic Plus, so let's take that additional look inside the books. Okay, so here's the Omega Chapters, book 1. This is the second printing of it. The first printing had the purple large Catatomic Studios cover dress on the side. This one has a smaller, sleeker logo on it. Has that big eye-catching cover for you. You open it up, and it features our hero and territory. The first story is a superhero story, your introduction by my hostess character, Vady Meekum. And it's nice little story about the world's greatest hero, called Our Hero, told from the perspective of the vile villain, who's kind of my signature character now. He's on my business cards and everything. So, story I love, very proud of. Top-selling digital story that I've ever produced by far. It was Omega Chapters issue 1 as a book. And then the second story in here is called Territory, which has a more of a medieval typed short story that follows up the Our Hero story. A lot of fun in that one too. It's a premise that's a twist that's somewhat been used, but one I've always loved, always kind of had in my head as I experienced those spooky nights. So issue 1, second printing you'll get with the bundle. Issue 2, also completely sold out. Same idea, had the purple larger cover dress. This one has a small tag style logo in the corner. I lightened up the cover. I also adjusted some of the interior art because the first story is featuring some skaters. They find a magical wish-granting phone. That's my modern take on a genie bottle type thing. It's called Dreams Come True. And I did have to update some of the material in this to match that way technology's moved since I first produced the book. So there's a couple tweaks on pages. If you already own a copy of this, you would do well with another copy. You could see some adjustments that are in there. And the second story is called Plunder. It's a pirate story, very, very short. Opportunity to just play with some pirate characters though, and illustrate what was a fun idea, a fun little twist to have at the end of that story. All these stories are completely standalone from each other, but they are connected with Easter eggs. So you have the opportunity to read any one story, any one book without reading anything before or after it. And if you, to put in that extra time to get more value out of the book, you can go through and find there's art pieces that I have reused through issues that repeat, and see if you can find them. Sometimes whole pages, but at least a panel in each book from a previous book to try to find that replication. And there's different characters, aspects that kind of interlace through the stories to let you know that, hey, they're part of the same book, but by no means are the story plots connected in any way. Just by Easter eggs to give you some extra value and fun. And I do like to pack as much extra little bits of artwork and fun into the backs of the books to try to add that extra value, and make it worth picking up for you. Any ads I have, I try to make kind of art heavy. This is the long-awaited book 3. I finally released it. Super excited. This is the first printing, so the cover dress is cohesive with the other ones because I just had those reprinted. I've redrawn the cover, nice looking Vady Meekum cover on there. And this gets right into it with a Kaiju story, giant monster story. I mean, always fun, always topical, something super fun for me to play with. And I, you've made like a little chibi shirt version of it. It's already available. If you scroll down the site or you look in our merchandise shop. Just because I had such fun designing it and was so excited to finally do a giant monster story, which is another reason I'm passionate about this project. Not only homaging the stories of the past, where short science fiction stories where you get this little moral of the story and you get this little twist, but play with all these different genres without having to go full helm into it. The second story is called Now Live. It's an interview with the devil. It's a concept that I had for a story since book one. I just wasn't sure how to pull it off and exactly how I was going to script it. But I got it all figured out, finally did it. It's a unique format where it's all kind of televised and you have all the dialogue in between. Something really fun for me to play with, and same idea. It didn't do it at the expense of having a comic book because we still have a bunch of regular content in there. So there it is. Omega Chapters, books 1, 2, and 3. The long-awaited 3 just hit, and they are available at the site, catatomicstudios.com, or some local shops. Email me to find out more if you're local, particularly in the upstate New York area. And thank you so much for checking it out. Be sure to hit the like button on the videos, follow the page, go to catatomicstudios.com, follow us on Facebook, follow me on Instagram. It is Peter Sefcik. Instagram is @ComicsPete. I am also at comicspete.com, catatomicstudios.com. Thank you so much for checking me out.